Welcome dear student in my course Determinant of Quality Life. Today we discuss under the lifestyle diseases or non-communicable diseases the topic accident. Content of this module are introduction, types of accident, road traffic accident risk factor, road traffic accident prevention, domestic accident prevention, industrial accident, railway accident, violence, and take-home message. Learning outcomes of this module is, at the end of this module, a student will be able to define the term accident, student will be able to list the major types of accident. A student will be able to identify the component of road traffic accident. A student will be able to list common domestic accident. A student will be able to define industrial accident. A student will be able to identify different forms of railway accident. A student will be able to explain the significance of accident awareness in daily life. A student will be able to categorize accident under physical, domestic, industrial and vehicular domain. And last, take home message. A student will be able to discuss strategies to prevent road traffic accident. A student will be able to explain the key risk factor contributing to road accident. A student will be able to examine the relationship between human behavior and the accident occurrence. A student will be able to prioritize risk factors according to severity and frequency. A student will be able to propose an action plan to reduce road accident incident in the community. The student will be able to describe the typical causes and consequences of industrial accident. A student will be able to define violence and its type. A student will be able to assess the effectiveness of workplace safety protocol. A student will be able to explain the psychological and social causes of violence. A student will be able to propose solution to mitigate violence in school, home and workplace. Introduction. An accident has been defined as unexpected, unplanned occurrence which may involve injury. A World Health Organization advisory group in 1956 defined accident as an unpremeditated event resulting in recognizable damage. An accident is that occurrence in sequence of event which usually produces unintended injury, death or property damage. Accident represent a major epidemic of non-communicable diseases in the present century. They are the part of price we pay for the technological progress. Accidents have their own natural history and follow the same epidemiological pattern as any other diseases. That is, the agent, the host and the environmental interacting together to produce injury and damage. In India, accidents are on an increase by increasing mechanization in agriculture and industry, induction of semi-skilled or unskilled workers in various operations, and rapid increase in vehicular traffic have resulted in the increase of morbidity and mortality. Types of accident. There is 5 types of accident. First is road traffic accident, then domestic accident, industrial accident, railway accident, and last is violence. First we discuss on road traffic accident. In many countries, motor vehicle accident rank first among all fatal accidents. Every year, about 1.24 million people die from road accident in the world. Road traffic fatalities rate is higher in younger age group. Nearly half of those dying on roads are vulnerable road users like pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. Risk factor for road traffic accident are excessive speed, distracted driver, drink driving, motorcycle helmet, seat belt and child restraint, bad weather, overloaded buses, fatigue, lack of experiences, defective narrow road, aggressiveness, poor lighting. Prevention. In prevention, first we collect the data, then educate safety education, provision of safety measures, seat belt, safety helmet, ensure the children remain seated when they are in vehicle, alcohol and other drugs uses are reduces, primary care, planning, organization and management of trauma treatment and emergency care services should be a fundamental element of health service under primary care. Elimination of causative factors and enforcement of laws. Domestic accident. By domestic accident is meant an accident which take place in home or in immediate surroundings, and more generally all accident not connected with traffic, vehicle or sports. The most frequent causes are drowning, burns, falls, poisoning by drugs, insecticide, rat poisons and kerosene, injuries from sharps or pointed instruments, bites and other injuries from animals. Prevention of drowning prevention strategies should be comprehensive and include engineering methods which help to remove the hazards, legislation to enforce prevention and assure decreased exposure, education for individuals and communities to build awareness of risk and to aid in the response if a drowning occurs. Prevention strategies for burn should address the hazards for specific burn, injuries, education for vulnerable population and training of communities. For prevention of falls, effective intervention include multifaceted community program, engineering modification of nursery furnitures, playground equipment. For older people, clinical intervention to identify risk factors such as medication review and modification, treatment of low blood pressure, vitamin D and calcium supplementation, treatment of correctable visual impairment. Next we discuss the industrial accident. There are approximately 580 million workers in the Southeast Asia region. Approximately 60 to 80% of these workers are employed in agriculture, fisheries, home industries and small-scale units. Injuries due to these occupations result in an estimated 120 million injuries and 2 lakh deaths per year. Agriculture's workers are exposed to wide variety of physical, chemical under the pesticide and fertilizers, and biological, that are the animal bites and animal-related injuries, and mechanical injuries. The estimate from agriculture injury vary from 22 to 29% per 1,000 workers. The incidence rate of injury among agriculture workers in India is estimated to 116 per 1 lakh workers. Rapid industrialization has also resulted in mortality and morbidity of many workers in hazardous industries. Rapid industrialization has also resulted in mortality and morbidity of many workers in hazardous industries. Children and people who are challenged physically as well as mentally are at the greater risk of encountering occupational injuries. Next is railway accident. With the increase in number of trains and passengers, the increase in the number of accidents and casualties resulting therefrom is not unexpected. During 2010, about 30,576 people died in railway accident in India. The main factor involved in railway accident is human failure. Violence and estimated 15 lakh 10,000 persons died in 2008 due to violence or intentional injuries, that is homicide, suicide and war. Violence is reported to be increasing rapidly. It also follows the same epidemiological pattern as any other disease, that is the host, agent and environment. That is a motivated person who injures a suitable target and a suitable environment or the absence of guardian are coinciding in time and space. Risk factors for violent behavior are exposure to violence and societal acceptability of violence as a means to solve problem. Availability of lethal weapons like firearms significantly increases the possibility of both fatal and non-fatal injuries. Consumptions of alcohol and other drugs is linked to almost 2/3 of cases of violence according to several studies. Violence due to war and political unrest is fairly common in several countries. Suicide have been increasing at an alarming rate. Nearly 70% of suicide in all countries have been reported in the age group of 15 to 34 years, with male-female ratio of 1:1.2 to 1.3 from different countries. Poisoning, hanging, self-immolation and drowning are the most commonly reported method of suicide. In India, an average of 369 suicides take place every day. Out of these, 248 are committed by males and 121 by females. Family problem and illness are the main cause of suicide. Take home message. Accidents are unexpected events that can cause injury, damage or loss. Awareness and preparedness are the first step in minimizing their occurrence and impact. Accident can happen anywhere, on the road, at home, in the workplace or public place. Knowing the different types help in adopting specific preventive strategies. Road traffic accidents are among the leading causes of death and injury worldwide. Safe drinking practices and road disciplines can significantly reduce their occurrence. Major risk factors include speeding, distracted driving, alcohol consumptions, and poor road condition. Identifying the mitigating these risks can save lives. Strict adherence to traffic rules, use of protective gear, awareness campaign, and proper infrastructures are essential to prevent road accident. Domestic accidents such as falls, burns and poisoning are common, especially among children and the elderly. Most are preventable with proper home safety measures. Creating a safe home environment by using child-proof lock, storing chemicals safely, and ensuring good lighting can prevent many domestic mishaps. Industrial accidents can be catastrophic and affect workers' health and productivity. Regular training and strict safety regulation are key preventions. Railway accidents, although less frequent, can cause mass casualties. Maintenance, modernization, and public awareness are critical to improving railway safety. Violence affects physical, mental, and social well-being. Promoting empathy, conflict resolution skills, and community program can help build a safer society. Thank you.